Yo, what's good? Big Z here, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make this. So this is a remake of Merk and Kremont's new track called Sushi. It's a sick track with a really cool bass line. As always, all the serum patches and MIDI files will be linked down below. Other than that, let's jump right into it. So the only synth sound in this drop is this bass right here. So it's kind of like that classic deep house organ bass that you hear in a lot of tracks. So I'll show you how I made this sound. So it's two different wavetables. In oscillator A, we have this weird wavetable called FFT adds seconds, which you can find in the digital section. And it just looks like a sine wave right now, but that's because I'm modulating the wavetable position. The wavetable really looks like this. So what I'm modulating this wavetable position with is this note feature down here. And what that does is change the wavetable position based on what note I'm playing on the keyboard, whether it's lower on the keyboard or higher on the keyboard. So you can see it change around as the MIDI notes move. I just wanted those higher notes to pop a little bit more, so the way I did that was by using this technique. It's a really cool waveform though. So in oscillator B, I have this analog BD sine wave, except the level is all the way down. And that's because I'm just using some FM synthesis to kind of change the character of the first oscillator. What I'm doing is using LFL1 to modulate this FM right here. I just felt like that helped the attack of the bass to pop a little bit more. So I've got this envelope right here that is modulating the cutoff of this low pass 18 filter. And both oscillators are going through the filter, and the noise oscillator is also going through the filter. So I have this glass lid 4 noise that sounds like this by itself. So I still wanted this noise sound to follow the pitch of what the other oscillators were doing. So I got it in key by bringing this pitch down, and then I turned the one-shot feature on and also the key track feature on so it stays in pitch with the other oscillators. Over in the effects section, I'm adding a couple different things to really widen up the sound and just heavily compress it. So here's what it sounds like without these effects. Then once I add in some phaser, chorus, compression, and the filter. And the reason I have the filter on after the compressor is because I'm using the multi-band compression, which compresses it so hard that it adds like a clicky sound to the attack of the bass. So to get rid of that, I just filtered it out. You can still kind of hear the click, but in the whole context of the song, you can't really tell. So in terms of external processing on this sound, there's not that much going on. I just added some more compression with the CLA bass plugin. Then this EQ really isn't doing anything. It's just cutting out everything below like 30 hertz, which you can't even really hear. Then after that, I'm doing some multi-band side chaining to make sure that the very low end of the bass stays out of the way of the very low end of the kick. So in Volume Shaper, you can split up the signal into different bands. So right here, I have my low band and my mid band, and I'm splitting them up at like 130 hertz. And I'm not really side chaining the top, because that's going to my bass bus and being side chained anyway. But I just wanted to heavily side chain the low band, so I have the mix at 100%, and I have this all the way down here. So that's really the only synth sound I had to remake for this track. There's also this orchestra hit that sounds like this, but I just sampled that from the original track because I just couldn't find a sample off of Splice or anywhere that sounded close enough to that. It's just like a brass horn sound falling in pitch, layered with a crash cymbal. So I just sampled it from the original song. And here's what all the drums sound like. And for everyone asking for all these samples in the comments, I'm definitely going to come out with a sample pack at some point. It probably won't be for a little while because I got to put it all together, but be on the lookout for that in the future. So I'll play the full thing again at the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and Spotify below. Other than that, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.